Gentlemen, allow me to ask you something that most doctors won't. When was the last time you woke up with a strong, natural erection? Not from medications, not force, just your body doing exactly what it was designed to do. If you can't remember, or if it's been weeks, maybe even months, then what I'm about to reveal could change everything for you because there's a mineral that most men over 50 severely lack. And without it, your erectile function, your energy, and the quality of your sleep collapse together like dominoes. I'm Dr. Josely, a board certified urologist, and I've specialized in men's sexual health for over a decade. Today, I'm going to explain exactly what mineral solves this triple problem, how to take it correctly for maximum results, and why taking it at the wrong time makes it completely useless. Before we start, leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. This community is growing worldwide, and I really want to hear from you. This is what's really happening inside your body right now. After 50, men start losing a critical mineral at an alarming rate. Most doctors never check it. Most men don't even realize it exists. But this single deficiency triggers a devastating chain reaction that affects every aspect of your vitality. First, your nervous system loses its ability to fully relax. You lie in bed completely exhausted, but your brain just won't shut off. Your mind races with thoughts about work, finances, things you need to handle tomorrow. You're physically tired, but mentally stuck in overdrive. Second, your blood vessels start to harden and lose their natural flexibility. They can no longer expand properly, which means blood flow weakens throughout your body, especially to the penis. Think of it like old garden hoses that have been exposed to the sun too long. They become stiff, cracked, and can't deliver water like they used to. Third, and this is critical because your body never reaches deep restorative sleep, your nighttime testosterone production drops drastically. About 90% of your daily testosterone is produced during the first 3 hours of deep sleep. No deep sleep means no testosterone recovery. And the result? Weaker erections that don't last as long. Constant fatigue that no amount of coffee seems to fix. Restless nights where you wake up multiple times and never feel truly rested. And that terrible feeling that intimacy is slowly fading with each passing year. But here's the truth that changes everything. This isn't aging, this is depletion. And depletion can be reversed. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share with you has helped thousands of my patients restore what they thought was gone forever. So, what is this powerful mineral that can transform your sleep, your erections, and your energy all at once? It's magnesium. Now, before you think, I've heard of magnesium, that's not new. Let me stop you there. Because here's what most men completely misunderstand, and it's why magnesium hasn't worked for you if you've tried it before. Magnesium isn't just one simple thing. There are actually 7 different forms of magnesium, and here's the critical part. Only 2 of them really work for erections, deep sleep, and testosterone production. Let me explain the 3 ways magnesium transforms your sexual health. Starting with why magnesium is absolutely critical for achieving hard, reliable erections. Your ability to get and maintain an erection depends heavily on endothelial function. That's just medical terminology for the ability of your blood vessel walls to relax and expand when they get the signal. Think of your blood vessels as flexible rubber tubes. When they're healthy, they can expand widely to allow maximum blood flow. When they're damaged or lacking key nutrients, they stay narrow and rigid. Magnesium directly improves this endothelial function. It acts as a natural vasodilator, opening up your blood flow pathways. Here's how it works at the cellular level. Magnesium activates an enzyme called nitric oxide synthase. This enzyme produces nitric oxide, which is the master molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide. This is actually the exact same biological pathway that drugs like Viagra work on, except magnesium supports your body's natural production instead of forcing the process artificially. More blood flow equals harder, more sustainable erections. Now, here's why magnesium is essential for deep restorative sleep. Your nervous system operates in two distinct modes. There's the sympathetic mode, your fight or flight stress response, and there's the parasympathetic mode, your rest and digest recovery state. Most men over 50 are stuck in sympathetic mode almost constantly. Your body thinks it's under threat all the time. Magnesium helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system by binding to GABA receptors in your brain. GABA is your body's natural calming neurotransmitter, the chemical that tells your brain it's safe to relax and shut down for the night. Without enough magnesium, you physically can't activate these calming systems properly. Your body is lying in bed, but your brain is still running at full speed. Magnesium also directly reduces cortisol, your primary stress hormone. Studies show that adequate magnesium supplementation can lower cortisol levels by 15 to 20%. When cortisol drops, two things happen. You fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer, and your body can finally switch to deep recovery mode where true restoration occurs. And this leads us to the third transformation. Why is magnesium crucial for boosting testosterone naturally? Testosterone production isn't constant throughout the day. It follows a very specific rhythm. The vast majority of your daily testosterone production, around 90%, happens during the first 3 hours of deep, slow-wave sleep each night. Not light sleep, not REM sleep, deep, slow-wave sleep. If you never reach those deep sleep stages because your nervous system can't relax, because your cortisol stays elevated, because your magnesium levels are too low, then your testosterone production simply doesn't happen. But magnesium does something else equally important. It reduces a protein called SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin. This protein binds to testosterone in your bloodstream and makes it inaccessible for your body to use. Magnesium helps free up that bound testosterone, meaning you have more active, usable testosterone circulating in your system. In a study published in Biological Trace Element Research, men who took 450 milliliters of magnesium daily for just 4 weeks saw their testosterone levels increase by 24%. Better sleep leads to higher testosterone production. More testosterone leads to stronger erections. Better blood flow supports both erections and overall energy. And magnesium is the key that unlocks all three systems at once. Now, here's where most men sabotage their results without even realizing it. Let me explain the 4 critical mistakes that cause most men to fail with magnesium supplementation. Mistake number 1, buying the cheapest magnesium you can find. Most men walk into their local pharmacy, see a bottle of magnesium on the shelf, and pick the cheapest option, almost always magnesium oxide. Here's the problem: your body only absorbs about 4% of it. That means if you take a 400 ml dose, you're only getting about 16 milligrams into your system. The rest stays in your digestive tract and mostly causes diarrhea. The form of magnesium matters more than the dose. Magnesium glycinate is my top recommendation for most men. This form is about 80% absorbable. It's magnesium bound to the amino acid glycine. And here's what makes it special. Glycine itself promotes sleep and relaxation, so you get a double benefit. The magnesium relaxes your muscles and blood vessels, while the glycine calms your nervous system. The dose is 200 to 400 milliliters, taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This form doesn't cause digestive upset and is especially effective for muscle relaxation, blood vessel dilation, and achieving deep sleep. Magnesium threonate is the second highly effective form. particularly good for men who struggle with anxiety or racing thoughts at night. This is the only form that effectively crosses the blood-brain barrier, meaning it directly affects brain chemistry. The dose is higher, between 1,000 and 2,000 milligrams. This form tends to be more expensive, but for men whose main issue is mental restlessness rather than physical tension, it can be absolutely worth it. What to avoid? Stay away from magnesium oxide, cheap magnesium citrate, and any bulk supplements where you don't know the manufacturing quality. Brands I consistently recommend are Doctor's Best, Thorne, Pure Encapsulations, and Life Extension. Mistake number 2. Taking magnesium in the morning. This is a massive mistake that destroys your results. Magnesium is a relaxant. If you take it with breakfast or mid-afternoon, you'll feel sluggish and miss the entire nighttime recovery window where the real benefits happen. Remember, testosterone production happens during sleep. Deep sleep happens when your nervous system can relax. Magnesium facilitates both processes, but those processes only occur at night. The optimal timing is 30 to 60 minutes before bed, taken with warm water or herbal tea. This timing gives the magnesium time to absorb and start working just as you're getting into bed. It also sends a powerful signal to your body that the day is over and it's time to switch to recovery mode. Mistake number 3, expecting magnesium to work like a drug. Men take magnesium for 3 nights, don't wake up with a rock-hard erection, and decide it doesn't work. Let me be very clear. Magnesium isn't Viagra. It doesn't give you an instant erection. That's not how it works. Magnesium works cumulatively. It's rebuilding your system from the ground up, not forcing a temporary response. Here's the realistic timeline. During nights 1, 2, 3, you'll notice you fall asleep faster and feel more physically relaxed. By the end of the first week, many men start noticing morning erections returning and daytime energy improving. Between weeks 2 and 4, that's where the real transformation happens. You'll experience consistent, deep sleep. Your libido strengthens noticeably, and your natural erectile function starts to restore. Erections come more easily, are firmer, and last longer. This is about rebuilding your system, not a quick fix. Mistake number 4, taking magnesium alone when combining it with other nutrients would give you much better results. Magnesium works even more effectively when paired with zinc and vitamin B6. Together, these 3 nutrients form what's known as ZMA, and the synergistic effect is substantially greater than any nutrient alone. Zinc blocks an enzyme called aromatase that converts testosterone to estrogen. As men age, especially with added abdominal fat, aromatase activity increases, meaning you're actively converting testosterone to estrogen. Zinc inhibits this process. Vitamin B6 is necessary for your body to absorb and utilize zinc effectively. It also plays a direct role in neurotransmitter production, including dopamine, which influences libido and motivation. When you take all 3 together, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6, studies show testosterone increases about 30% more than with magnesium alone. The exact protocol is 200 to 400 ml of magnesium glycinate, 30 ml of zinc in picolinate or citrate form, and 10 to 15 ml of vitamin B6 in P5P form. Take all 3 together 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Now, here's exactly what I want you to do starting tonight. This is the precise protocol I give my patients. Step 1, choose the right form of magnesium. For most men, start with magnesium glycinate at 200 to 400 milligrams, taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Good brands include Doctor's Best High Absorption Magnesium, Thorne Magnesium Bisglycinate, and Pure Encapsulations Magnesium Glycinate. If anxiety or racing thoughts are your main issues, consider magnesium threonate instead at 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. Look for Life Extension NeuroMag or Magteen. Step 2. Build a consistent nighttime routine around your magnesium supplementation. This is absolutely critical because timing isn't just about when you take the magnesium. It's about creating a ritual that signals to your whole body that recovery mode is starting. Here's the exact schedule. At 9 p.m., start your wind down process. Begin dimming the lights throughout your house. This activates your pineal gland to start producing melatonin. At 9:30 p.m., turn off all screens. Your phone, TV, computer, tablet, everything. Blue light suppresses melatonin production by up to 50%. At 9:45 p.m., start your pre-bed ritual. Do gentle stretches for 5 minutes to release muscle tension. Then do 3 sets of 10 pelvic floor exercises. Contract the muscles you'd use to stop urinating midstream. Hold for 5 seconds. Relax for 5 seconds. These exercises strengthen the muscles that trap blood in the penis during an erection. Finally, take a warm shower or wash your face with warm water. As you cool down, your core temperature drops slightly, signaling to your body that it's time to sleep. At 10 p.m., take your magnesium. Mix your supplement in a glass of warm water or herbal tea. Chamomile tea works particularly well because it contains apigenin, a compound that also promotes sleep. Sit calmly while you drink it. Don't rush. Make it a deliberate ritual. By 10:30 p.m., you should be in bed. Not watching TV, actually in bed with the lights off. Your bedroom should be between 65 and 68 degrees Celsius, completely dark using blackout curtains or an eye mask, and if needed, white noise from a fan or sound machine. Why is this specific schedule important? Because consistency trains your circadian rhythm. When you go to bed at the same time every night, even on weekends, your body learns to anticipate sleep and starts the shutdown process automatically. Testosterone production relies heavily on circadian rhythm. Irregular sleep schedules directly suppress testosterone production, even if you're getting enough total hours. Step 3. Track your progress systematically. Keep a small notebook on your nightstand. Every morning when you wake up, record 4 things. How well did you sleep on a scale of 1 to 10? Did you have a morning erection? Yes or no? And if yes, rate the firmness from 1 to 10. Rate your energy level upon waking from 1 to 10. And rate your overall mood from 1 to 10. Why is tracking so important? Because changes happen gradually. If you don't track, you might not notice the improvements. But when you look back after 30 days and see your sleep went from a 4 to an 8, morning erections went from absent to present 5 days a week, and energy went from a 3 to a 7, the evidence is undeniable. Step 4, add these supporting habits that amplify magnesium's effectiveness. Cut off all caffeine by 2 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, and even if you think it doesn't affect you, it does. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule 7 days a week, including weekends. Do 5 minutes of light stretching before bed every night, and avoid alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. Alcohol may help you fall asleep initially, but it completely blocks REM sleep and deep slow-wave sleep, where testosterone production happens. One drink can reduce your deep sleep by up to 40%. This full stack addresses multiple systems at once: sleep quality, testosterone production, arterial health, and nervous system balance. The investment is about $30 to $50 per month. That's around $1 a day to potentially transform your sleep, energy, erections, and overall quality of life. But before you start, let me tell you about Mark, 58 years old, an accountant. Mark came to me saying, "Dr. Josley, I haven't had a morning erection in over 2 years. When my wife and I try to be intimate, either I can't get an erection at all, or if I do, I lose it." He'd tried Viagra and it worked, but he hated depending on it. I ran labs, his testosterone was in the low normal range, at 350 ngdl. More importantly, his magnesium was severely deficient. His red blood cell magnesium was at 4.2 mdl, when optimal is 6.0 to 6.5. I put Mark on 400 ml of magnesium glycinate before bed, 30 ml of zinc, 10 ml of vitamin B6, and a consistent 10:30 p.m. bedtime. Week 1, Mark slept through the night without waking for the first time in months. Week 2, his first morning erection in over 2 years. He messaged me with just 2 words. It happened. He said it was emotional. Week 4, morning erections 4 to 5 times a week. His natural function during intimacy was returning. At 2 months, Mark said, "My wife noticed the change before I said anything. She told me I seem more present, more engaged, and the physical side. That's working naturally now." I threw out the Viagra. We retested at 3 months. His testosterone had increased from 350 to 485 ngdl, a nearly 40% increase, all from correcting a mineral deficiency and improving sleep quality. Gentlemen, here's the bottom line. Weak erections, poor sleep quality, and low energy aren't life sentences you have to accept. They're signals. Clear, specific signals that your body needs magnesium, proper recovery, and consistent support. You can start tonight. Take the right form of magnesium at the right time within a supportive nighttime routine, and watch what happens. Watch your sleep improve in the first week. Watch morning erections start returning in weeks 2 and 3. Watch your energy levels stabilize. Watch your libido strengthen and intimacy start to feel natural again. But I want you to commit to 30 days. Give your body a full month of proper mineral support and a consistent sleep schedule. Log those 4 things every morning: your sleep quality, whether you had a morning erection and how firm it was, and your energy level upon waking. At the end of 30 days, pull out your notes and see where you started compared to where you are. You're going to see a clear pattern of improvement. You're going to see your sleep scores go up. You're going to see morning erections happening more frequently. You're going to see your energy levels rise. And when you see that evidence, you'll want to continue because you'll realize this is working. And if after 30 days you truly see no improvement, what have you lost? You've invested maybe $20 to $30 in supplements and developed better sleep habits that benefit your health anyway. If this video helped you, give it a like so more men who are struggling can find this information. And leave your most important question about men's health in the comments below. What are you struggling with? What do you want to understand better? Nothing is off limits.